Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a movie review. This time we're going to be talking about one of the most acclaimed animes of all time, Ghost in the Shell. This one came out back in 1995 and of course it's based on the manga of the same name, and it was also directed by Mamoru Oshii. I probably pronounced that name wrong, but with the live action adaptation, just recently coming out, I figured now would be a good time to talk about the original movie. I will be seeing the live action version with Scarlett Johansson tomorrow. It's 2 in the morning right now, so technically later today. But I want to get my thoughts out there on the original anime before going to see that one, doing a video on that, which I will. Actually, I just watched it for the first time, probably about, a few days ago, just earlier this week, with my girlfriend. She's far more into anime than I am. I mean, I like anime to an extent. I'm just not, like, huge, obsessed with it or anything like that. I like Dragon Ball Z quite a bit. I also like things like Hellsing Ultimate, which I need to watch more of, and I did like the first season of Tokyo Ghoul, which I haven't really done a video on yet, but so I'm not like huge on anime, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons in that area at least. And with certain things I heard about the story, how much there actually is going on in this movie than what you initially might think of it as. And just hearing the good things about the live action movie lately, it made me intrigued, so I checked it out with my girlfriend, and I gotta say, I did like this one. Like I said, I just seen it the one time so far, and I already feel like I need to watch it a couple more times, both because I liked it, but also because I feel like I just need to watch it a few more times to fully, take it in, I guess, fully take it all in, because, like Chris Stuckman, one of my favorite YouTubers, even he said, he's a big anime guy, even he said, you need to watch it a few times to really, get everything and, perceive everything what he thinks of as the correct way. And I think that is probably true. But, I think this film is fairly accessible in a way. Yeah, obviously it does have some complex themes and sort of like different tones and sort of messages to it. But at the same time, it does have things that can be enjoyed to a simpler extent as well, which I liked. Like, it has like some really nice action moments, but it's not completely relying on those at all. Like I said, it is more about the messages and sort of like the themes of the movie. But it does have those action moments, and it does have like this really cool sci-fi feel and look to it. So it has a really good combination of simplicity, but also complexity, which you can't really find everywhere. And I can definitely see why this is considered one of the greatest anime films of all time, for sure. I did like it far more than I thought I would. And like I said, I'm not really into anime, but I like it far more than I thought I would. I just said that, so I'm repeating myself again. It's 2 in the morning, so excuse me. Before we get into more of the story, well, let's talk about the story first, I guess, or as best I can. Reading it off of the wiki here, the film's plot follows a hunt by the Public Security Agency, Section 9, for a mysterious hacker known as the Puppet Master. With the assistance of her team, Motoko Kusanagi tracks and finds their suspect, only to be drawn into a complex sequence of political intrigue and a cover-up as to the identity and goals of the Puppet Master. The overarching philosophical themes of the film include self-identity in a technology advanced world. The music, composed by Kenji Kawi, includes an ancient Japanese language and a wedding song that serves as a key piece of music leading to the climax of the film. So that is more than just the plot there, but I figured I'd just read a little bit to you guys. So yeah, in a way it sounds simple, but the themes and sort of like the messages, and like I said, sort of make Ghost in the Shell as significant as it is, I think. Like there's a lot of questions like like gender identity, and different things of that nature, as well as things like that. Because Kusanagi, Major, she doesn't see herself like as a female or something like that, but there are like other characters who may look at her a different way and everything. And there's a lot of her finding herself or trying to figure out who she really is, like even at her base, or its base really. So I like that. Like I said, I don't have the greatest understanding of it. I'm going to admit that. I probably didn't understand everything in the movie. I'll need repeat viewings to even get me close to that. But I appreciate how much was put into this movie, the effort as far as the writing goes and everything like that. The CG itself, like the animation, everything, I thought was pretty good. Of course, it was 95, so we've gotten better since then, but for a 95 film, I think it still holds up pretty well for what it is. I've seen like newer like animations that look worse than this, so it still looks pretty good. The voice acting, we did watch the dub version. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. I don't know if it's like a big detract in the film to watch the dub, but the voice acting was okay. I mean, the voice actress for Kusanagi in the English version, Mimi Woods, she did okay. I felt like she was a little bit flat at times, a little bit blank or bland, really. But again, that could have been on purpose because Kusanagi is supposed to be this artificial being. She's supposed to be sort of cold and removed. Or so we think, really. So in a way it makes sense, but I thought the voice acting around was pretty good. Batu, I thought was whoever voiced him, Richard Epcar, I thought he did a pretty good job, as well as the others. They're all fine. Like I said, it has those themes that I think really make it for what it is, but the fight sequences are also nice. Again, the animation being pretty good. So it definitely had its entertaining moments, and the climax is fairly intense. I didn't really have any idea how it was going to end. So when you see the Major almost getting like her head torn off, I was kind of worried, I'll admit it. But yeah, so I'm excited to see all this, like adapted into live action movie tomorrow. I am genuinely looking forward to it, actually. And in a way, Ghost in the Shell makes me want to watch more anime, give more anime a chance. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the original anime film. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I didn't talk about in the video. I recommend going to watch Chris Stuckman's review on it, or like just look up an analysis video on it to get a better understanding or more insightful thoughts into it. But I did enjoy it. I definitely think it's something you should see at some point in your life for sure. And like I said, it did get me more interested in anime in general, so I think that's a good thing too. And it is more accessible than you think too, as well. But there's definitely a lot of deeper things to it that you might need to watch it more than once for. But yeah, overall, if I had to rate Ghost in the Shell, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the picture because I didn't upload it yet for some reason. If I had to rate Ghost in the Shell, I'd rate it about a B+. And that's just because I'm not like overly into anime, but it was really good for what it was, and I think it'll probably get even better to me after another viewing. Really looking forward to the live action movie tomorrow, and I will do a video on that for you guys, hopefully sometime tomorrow, or at least within the next couple days. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.